We are going to move into healthcare. And again, this question will be addressed first by Dorothy McCabe of the Liberal Party. The question is as follows. Could you outline your party's position on pharmaceutical reform? Dorothy.
So I can't do chapter and verse, I admit that, but it's an interesting question because the drug reform issue, goodness, I'm reaching back in my memory. I mean, the drug reform issue was managed, gosh, I was in John Malloy's office, so that's got to be over 8 years ago when we worked with pharmaceutical companies and pharmacists and the healthcare system across the province to reform the pharmaceutical process and to really drive down the cost of a lot of pharmaceuticals by introducing more generics into use. So. In addition to that, we have certainly there's always more work to be done, but we've also introduced free prescription medication for children and youth up to the age of 25, which I think has already been accessed by close to 1 million people since the fall of 2017. And certainly we are committed to removing that copay off of seniors when they are in need of prescription drugs as well too, so that is free pharmaceutical care for the 25 and under and 65 and older. But beyond that, and beyond the work that we did years ago in terms of driving down the cost of pharmaceuticals, is that the Premier has been working very diligently on this file with the federal government. And in fact, the former Minister of Health, Eric Hoskins, has gone to the federal government to lead a committee that's looking at a national pharmacare program, and I think that's really critical because we're working on the issue here in Ontario, but across the province. I mean, the goal is free pharmacare for all Ontarians, but certainly, one of the things that the Premier has been very strong on, and on a number of files, is pushing the federal government to say we need a federal program. This is, pension reform, national housing strategy, a national transit strategy, and then this is another one for a national pharmacare program so that Canadians across the country can have access to the pharmaceutical, the free prescription medication that they need.